Jacob prepares to meet Esau. Jacob continued on his way, and angels of God met him. And Jacob said when he saw them, "This is the camp of God," and he called the name of that place Mahanaim. And Jacob sent messengers ahead of him to Esau his brother, to the land of Seir, the field of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall you say to my lord Esau, Thus says your servant Jacob, I have dwelt with Laban, and have tarried until now. And I have oxen, donkeys, sheep, and male and female servants, and I send to tell my lord, to find favor in your eyes." And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he also comes to meet you, and 400 men with him." Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people he had with him, and the sheep, and the herds, and the camels, into 2 camps. And he said, "If Esau comes against one camp and attacks it, the other camp will escape." And Jacob said, "God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, Jehovah, who said to me, Return to your land and to your kindred, and I will do good to you. I am less than all the mercies and all the truth that you have used toward your servant, for with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am over 2 camps. Deliver me now from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, may my mother not come and hurt me with her children. And you have said, I will do good to you, and your descendants will be like the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered by the multitude." And he slept there that night, and took of what came to hand a gift for his brother Esau. 200 goats and 20 male goats, 200 sheep and 20 rams. 30 camels and their young, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 donkeys and 10 donkeys. And he gave it to his servants, each flock by itself, and he said to his servants, "Pass before me, and put space between flock and flock." And he commanded the first, saying, "If Esau my brother find thee, and ask thee, saying, Whose art thou? And where you're going? And for whom is this that you carry before you? Then you will say, This is a gift from your servant Jacob, who sent to my lord Esau, and behold he also comes after us." He also commanded the second, and the third, and all those who followed those flocks, saying, "According to this you shall speak to Esau, when you find him. And you will also say, Behold, your servant Jacob is coming after us. For he said, I will appease his anger with the gift that goes before me, and then I will see his face, perhaps I will be accepted." So the present passed before him, and he slept that night in the camp. Jacob fights with the angel at Peniel. And he rose up that night, and took his 2 wives, and his 2 maidservants, and his 11 sons, and crossed the ford of Jabbok. So he took them and made them and all that he had passed through the brook. So Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until daybreak. And when the man saw that he could not overcome him, he touched the socket of his thigh, and Jacob's thigh was dislocated while he wrestled with him. And he said, "Leave me, for the dawn is breaking." And Jacob answered him, "I will not leave you, unless you bless me." And the man said to him, "What is your name?" And he answered, "Jacob." And the man said to him, "Your name will no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, because you have fought with God and with men, and you have won." Then Jacob asked him, and said, "Tell me now your name." And the man answered, "Why do you ask me by name?" And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of that place Peniel, for he said, "I saw God face to face, and my soul was delivered." And when he had passed over Peniel, the sun rose, and he limped from his hip. For this reason the children of Israel do not eat, to this day, of the contracted tendon, which is in the socket of the thigh, because he touched Jacob this place on his thigh in the tendon that was contracted.